Following his victory at UFC Paris, Brazilian MMA star Renato Moicano discusses the possibility of a potential fight against Conor McGregor. Renato Moicano is currently boasting an impressive win streak in the UFC's lightweight division. After his recent victory at UFC Paris, UFC Fight Night 243, Moicano is roaring high in confidence. Only big-name fighters remain on his target list. As such, he even wished to take some formidable opponents next, including the Notorious Conor McGregor. This comes after dominating Benoit Saint-Denis in his recent fight in the Frenchman's backyard. During the octagon interview, the Brazilian didn't name McGregor. Later, in the press conference, the reporters seemed interested in Moicano's take on fighting the Irishman. Interestingly, Moicano seemingly opened up to that idea and stated he was ready for that matchup. "I don't think he wants to go to a cage to somebody that is ready to kill somebody for money. I'm ready to kill somebody for money. So, I don't think he wants that." Renato Moicano via UFC Paris post-fight press conference. For Moicano, Conor McGregor doesn't have to risk himself for money fights now. The Brazilian fighter believes the Irishman is making more money outside the cage. McGregor's recent business acquisitions are prime examples of this. The Notorious has several businesses in his name, with one of the highlights being his whiskey brand, Proper 12. Additionally, he is a part owner of a rival combat sports promotion, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship (BKFC). Conor McGregor's recent behavior outside the octagon supports Renato Moicano's comments about him. Interestingly, UFC CEO Dana White also believes that McGregor's lavish lifestyle has contributed to his lack of motivation to fight in the octagon. Nevertheless, the Brazilian fighter acknowledges McGregor's contributions to the sport despite all this. Throughout his illustrious UFC career, the Notorious has defeated numerous formidable opponents and even became the first UFC champion in two weight classes simultaneously. However, McGregor's influence on MMA's popularity extends beyond his fighting skills. The Irishman is also known for his captivating speeches, deliberate trash talk, and colorful language, contributing to his immense popularity. Interestingly, with those nasty verbal exchanges, the anticipation among the general public for the sport eventually grew. Fighters like Renato Moicano, who saw McGregor rise from nothing to a legend now, often praise the Irishman. Moicano, in particular, even addressed that in his recent press conference at UFC Paris. "To be honest, one of the fighters I respect the most in the game is Conor McGregor because he completely changed the game. So, I will pay my respect to him." Renato Moicano via UFC Paris post-fight press conference. Similar to Renato Moicano, everyone in the community is familiar with McGregor's status. However, the Irishman is currently having difficulty finding his next opponent. Even though Moicano has expressed disinterest in fighting McGregor, it would be interesting to see if the UFC schedules a fight between the two in the future.